It's time to kick off Breeze, the second map in this BO5, and well, we'll see how far into the series we get. Fnatic have played it already today, and C9 got to watch them. Let's see if they're ready. Their idea on C9 is to push quickly in towards middle, fight into A, and try to isolate some of these players on the site, but there's no one there. They've all fallen back. A disciplined play from Fnatic, a spam from Chronicle that does some damage, but he's left on 10 HP. Gonna look to someone else to be the hero of this round.
For now, at least. Afterplant ensued, and still with mid control as well. Vanity just being a nuisance, but Xeppaa has gone. The trade back from Derke, keeping things even for now. The dart to try and clear any of these close angles, but for now at least, C9 are managing to hold on to their lead. Even still, a back and forth ensuing. This wraparound from behind could cause Fnatic issues, but a bigger issue is that time ticking down on the clock. Somehow though, it's left on to just Vanity, buying as much time as humanly possible, a chance to clear out both, and the IGL's going to clutch them.
They're going to be able to bypass a lot of those longer range angles. Feels like somewhere that you do just take the eco, and well, that's exactly what Fnatic are doing. One Marshall on Leo, so an opportunity, and when combined with some of these other weapons, Derke, for example, having himself a Sheriff, there is a serious opportunity. Curry already, even after the heal, we'll just need one body shot to fall, and Leo's on the rotate towards this side. There's going to be a lot of defense here on A. See if they can make something work.
Expectations low, but never zero. Cove will give them cover, not really anything that can break that, and Alpha somehow, the man with the classic, is the only one getting a kill, at least for the moment. He does have to be a bit careful. Well, it wouldn't have mattered if he was low or not with the headshot. Taking away Leo's utility is definitely a good idea. But then again, he doesn't have any left anyway. Wrap around, Guardian retrieved. Even an extra kill here could drop a rifle to the ground, and saving for him doesn't really have that same sort of impact. A clinical shot onto Curry. Either way,
this is a nice spot.
See how C9 look to bounce back. This is where they have the full purchase. Bear in mind, they had so many sort of weaker weapons in the last round. It's not really the end of the world. Investing the orb actually into Seekers, which is interesting. As I said, there's some really high impact ults that are not far away. Clearly they want that late round information. Just look at the aggressive push already from Derke. He's got himself right up close in mid.
It's a good angle to just secure that crossover. Again, the concern for him being someone could come from elbow. Walking out elbow, coming back, doubling back towards mid, it's not too likely to happen. But if it's a split with the mid players, he could definitely be in trouble. And now, he might well be. They know that he's got to be somewhere around here. He can't dash out of here. He tried to. I can't use that. The voice line comes in. No way out of there, buddy. Unlucky for Derke as he is dropped, and a great punish for C9 to start this round.
Yeah, this, for the moment, left Alpha a little bit isolated, but again, he's had that info. Heals coming through onto Jake to even things up a little bit. Leo has rotated in to support over on that B site. Now this is where the execution begins. Just trying to find all of those trips, trying to make things tougher for Alpha. But, oh, I was going to say, he had a chance to find a few. The time is the main thing, though. They need to kill off Leo at the back of this site. A single bullet could have caused them extra problems with that plant, but instead, wow, Boaster looks a little bit lost in the sauce as Oxy is close, and he's caught with utility in hand. It leaves Chronicle 1 versus 3. A tough opportunity to try and find anything in this scenario, but he also doesn't know where the majority of the players are, and they're in a pretty nasty crossfire.
Yeah, I think he's even realizing chances of winning this are insanely low. It's not just a crossfire with two players, Spawn being point of contact, then a double swing can come out. Even if that Spawn player was instantly dropped, you would have two more to contend with in a heartbeat. There is just no chance. The reposition quite wise if he is looking to save and if he's looking to do damage. A good chance that they decide to move towards B main to save these weapons. Unfortunately, they have gone for Spawn. So Chronicle, although he won't be able to cause any further damage to the C9 economy.
Starters, to be honest, as many America's teams are and have been historically.
Yeah.
If they can sweep things back, they'll be quite happy. The flash timing is not fantastic. It does blind the opponent, though. And hey, if you have Derke as backup, I think he can survive.
Pretty reliable backup and put in the work. Already finding that opening is a solid sign for Fnatic. C9 won't be moving towards the A site now. They've completely abandoned it, instead looking to navigate their way in towards B. This is where the setup is quite dangerous. Alfajer's got traps everywhere. Cam up top, they've heard it being cancelled out. He's managed to spot one, but he's waiting for someone to step that little bit further forward. They've broken one trap, they've broken a second. Okay, now a Cove, even going to help them out on the cross, but he stepped inside it. That's a safe spot for Alfajer to fight from. And he relishes that opportunity, ripping off their heads and, well, not quite grabbing Oxy, but Boaster's
point where they enter, he sees them on the cam, he's like, all right, hand back on
where's
mouse.
Where's my mouse again? Good job he didn't knock it off the table.
Truly was just relaxing, just relaxing.
Panic flick. Now, Derke has tried pushing down a mid and staying close, but they spotted him out last time. This time, swinging out wide, clearing it all out. Ultimates, certainly plenty of them online for C9. One less now. You see Jake pop his. Oh, the Blade Storm is taken down. Chronicle ready. He might be left on 10 HP yet again, but he's done the work. A kill that's doubled up on by his teammate. C9 have at least managed to grab a plant. From this point, though, Vanity and Xeppaa have to do so much work, and they have no idea that Derke is so quickly coming behind them with focus elsewhere. Okay, Curry actually turns. He's looking the right way, but the flash have caught him. Derke doubling up, looking for the triple, and there it is. A clean fight back through.
Like, I don't think it's even arguable at that point. As if you lose Aspas, you lose Sassy Pancada, and you're still up there with the best, fair play. Fair play. I think they'll still be up there next year. Just
that'll be good.
Yeah.
Maybe not the best.
Less is still unreal. Less is more, as they say. 3-3. A lighter investment and not a lot to play with in terms of ults. I don't think a null command is going to be able to save them when it comes to a low buy round like this. Derke, he's consistently been up mid, but this is a new angle, a new position, and he already knows that there's players around this spot. He has just been running right across the map. Alpha will go down. His aggression met by Vanity. In fact, he's still finding a couple of kills through the tube. We've seen that in the pistol round as well. The second this high tide goes down,
it's dropping.
Someone's dying.
It's a matter of seconds. We'll see this fight come through for Derke. He's looking the wrong way, and that's a free kill for Jake. A big punish with the advanced position that they had, and now they've whittled it down to just one. Leo left alive for just a second longer.
But now he can literally play anywhere. In fact, he's going to peek B main.
They're very passive on B. Oxy is here holding the angle, waiting for the peek to come through. And the shot will not land on either side. But that has deterred C9 from sticking around. They're looking to take the A site. It looks like it's wide open for them. There is one player a little further back. It's Boaster. He's avoided the dog for now. He can't do a whole lot. Powerless with his abilities removed. He has to rely on his weapon or on his teammates rotating back. That flash was perfect. Curry capitalizing and now looking to retreat as Oxy picks off Derke. That's the op out of the round. A big threat for Fnatic, now diminished to nothing. And for C9, they have all the control they could possibly wish for, even spawning Chronicle on the flank. This might even change Fnatic's mind about committing to this. Well, if it didn't before, that certainly should. Alpha wants to get out of here. Easier said than done. I think I understand why. I don't know if you'd have that same attitude in our Prem team.
Let's put it this way. The players they replaced have just joined Team Liquid. So you know that your upgrades are good if that's the case. Viper's Pit can be put down to deny that mid control. It's something that C9 have fought for quite regularly, especially with the Harbor utility. It's something that becomes a lot easier to take. Derke will have that operator again and a Blade Storm in his back pocket. And Oxy has kept that op for himself from the last round. Plenty of credits built up for C9 as well. 5 rounds already on this attack, looking pretty good. But it's a very, very passive hold this time out from Fnatic. I feel like it's been the aggression of Derke that has actually been working out for them on this defensive side. So I almost wonder if they don't win this round, he'll just be back to his old tricks in the next.
Looks like things C9 are looking more towards giving Alpha an opportunity to recapture his performance from the previous map. Currently moving in through mid, kicking off Chronicle, a huge kill. but they are refocusing, Tom. I'm seeing a lot of eyes on this Viper's pit, a lot of players moving back towards A. The Seeker now chasing down the Viper. Boaster being forced back bit by bit, but he's not giving up the control. The Snakebite denying any further aggression. The Decay already crippling these players quite a bit. They're going to be so low on the way through, and Boaster's caught them. That's it. They got to sprint in, and the clock has already decided the round. They tried to go through a pit, Tom. They gambled the whole round on it. Where you do not kill him, it's over. He has to massively screw up at that point. And by the way, they were still like 40 HP going back into the pit. The Decay hadn't gone away yet. So then it just further compounded to 1 HP. It's like, he needs to sneeze on you.
Knife gonna take out all of the abilities. Leo and Alpha, a deadly duo. Alpha will get first blood, but Oxy's managed to trade. Both players at the back of the site. The Reckoning is gonna start to cause havoc with them stunned up, and Oxy just looking to pressure now. He's already tagged, bear that in mind, and Chronicle just in time will get that execution. These trips again have caused them issues on the B site entry.
Side of Fnatic, once again, looking to get aggressive. Sorry, looking to have the op on A, but this time looking to get aggressive more so, as Derke is posted up, and Vanity, okay,
oh, careful.
He spotted him. He saw him, and he's out.
Again, middle control being fought for.
Great cascade. Flash confirms he's still in main. Good information to play around. They haven't been able to cross over, and for the most part, I think that's been spotted.
Even with this mid control, it gives them more of a split in towards that B site or into A if they desire. But with how passive Fnatic are playing now that they have the operator, you're almost looking for a mistake. And while Chronicle is already going to get that first, he is just flying at the moment, looking for a little bit more, but the trade from his doppelganger will keep things even, at least for now.
Take flight.
Leo is likely to garner that extra information that this is the site to be played within. And that now brings Alpha into the fray. Again, it's just back and forth.
30 seconds left.
It's kept even. Boaster's miles away. Leo has to be careful not to be isolated in a duel, and he has been spotted. But returning fire on Curry. The problem is that second player, while his crosshair was trained on Curry, Vanity took the opportunity to grab the kill, then the information with the flash, and now the execution, or at least attempted, healing back up Curry as well. He will be sitting pretty on 100 HP on top of yellow. Point of contact as the cross comes in. Boaster might have an angle, never mind. Curry very quickly shuts that down.
Either way, with the way this half has gone, you almost expect Fnatic to even think back up again. It's just been the case throughout, and they still have that op, they still have the rifles, and they have the advantage when it comes to ults.
Like you said, the adaptations have been there, and so far for Fnatic, being able to keep it in this close scoreline has been a consistent factor for this defense. With the op in play for Derke, okay, it's not going to be spotted. But Vanity knows better than to go swinging on the back of that, trying to grab the information with himself. Only result in him becoming minced meat. The side of C9 have played this much more stagnant on the attack, just slowing it down, waiting for the opportunities to be played, and oh, there we go. Nice shot from Derke, nice shot from Chronicle, and it looks like the dominoes are starting to topple. Curry tries to step it up, but then Leo comes in from the top and puts Xeppaa in a 1v3. And he's going to cross the world, but there's still some traps online, Tom. He's going to struggle to get onto this site.
Yeah, Boaster has rotated back now. Well, any surprise he had is gone.
30 seconds left.
And Neural Theft with the second ping, and more banged out by Derke. Be getting ourselves back into this second half. Sheriff sport up, not just for Oxy, but also for Vanity. Feeling confident in his individual aim, as you said. He's at the top of the board right now, but it does remove some of that extra utility. Yeah,
it's kind of wild to see him come in like this. Confidence on display, and the ranged fight goes well with Derke already tagged up.
Curry's the one who wins that. Two sheriffs against each other. It's the guy with the classic that finds the head.
Just got to hit the headshot. That's all it's about, regardless of the weapon. Once he was tagged up. Nice Boaster. We'll sneak through. The rest of the squad a little bit later on the way, but he's been spotted. And how much do they have to cross over? They've got to wait for this wall to come back online to block off spawn. And it looks like they're falling back, stagnating a little bit on the aggression. Derke leading the charge towards A, but still, they have Oxy sat up on top of the stairs waiting for this rotation. They didn't gamble and leave the A site wide open. They weren't convinced that it was going to be B, and now the reward can be found for that. Oxy not able to initiate the fight, and in fact, they've crossed over, grabbed the plant, and now they'll look to fight the top stairs together. But, well, the fight has not gone according to plan. Everybody tagged, but at the end of the day, Leo needs to hit every shot.
Like
they just line him up, take him down, and find another pistol round.
Yeah, I like the fact that they had that elevated peak. Especially on a map like Breeze, I feel like the Force Spy just doesn't have that same impact, like coming in with SMGs on a map which has massive angles. And instead, you're going to have Leo just investing into that Marshall.
Yeah, again, just hoping that Alpha and Derke land a body shot. And he's basically got an AWP at that point. And Alpha and Derke landing a body shot.
Shots?
That's the other point, I suppose.
Alpha
and Derke land at 145.
Yeah,
then,
there you go. There you go.
I suppose at that point, the classic will do. But that's the thing. Worst case scenario for these guys is generally that they tag you down, they hit you in the shoulder. But at that
Maybe
point,
if they hit the headshot through the wall. I think that's more.
That's probably statistically more likely.
Well,
look, 82 HP on Leo. He got tagged up, but he's still floating around, still looking for opportunities.
Vanity got hit by the wallbang from the Marshall, so he's going to be a bit low as well. But it is just more of a standoff. Eventually, Fnatic are going to have to be the ones to make the move. They've got that mid control, but there is no aggression here. And this is the right play from C9. Don't give them anything. Don't give them a chance to retrieve a rifle. Don't go pushing. Just wait for them to have to execute with minimal utility. It becomes so difficult to get anything done. Again, I feel like the knives have been perfect as well. Once again, this man doesn't seem to miss. 15 seconds up and coming on the clock for Fnatic to try and do anything. And while Xeppaa
to reset into those later fights, for teammates to come through, for flashes to come in. Now there's a little bit more of a challenge potentially, especially seeing that Blade Storm out from Oxy though might help them out slightly. He's been spotted getting aggressive, so the element of surprise no longer in play, but that doesn't take away from the effect these knives can have.
Yeah, dash gone means that the level of risk triples. And Fnatic once again, I think they were well aware of that potential push. Trips set up and also the cam just watching deep. It was going to be difficult for him to find any level of space with this double initiator comboed with a Cypher. Like, there's just so much information available. And a map with as large rotations as Breeze, you kind of need that. Oxy, though, well placed to meet this push as they go running into B.
Derke needs some support as the rest of the squad comes filling through. It's Chronicle to find one, but Oxy stepping up to the plate. Derke will shut him down with Vanity on 5. That's a lot of space opened up, and the rotation's delayed significantly. The plant should be acquired, and even further dealing damage as Alfajer has support as they look to trade him out. It's Leo from afar, but it's not pretty. He does get damage done with Xeppaa and Jake both very low. But a 2v2 nonetheless for a squad that often deals damage straight to the head. Guardians in hand, this could go either way. Still, Fnatic need to be careful not to let this slip away. Oh, that's so awkward. Jake had the jump, but it's a little bit of a whiff. With 40 HP and spotted up, there wasn't much chance for Xeppaa.
I was going to say Oxy's gone for the operator, but he decides against it.
Very slow start to this round. Fnatic waiting for C9 to make a move. C9 in very much the same spot. You just saw the knife used up on B. Trying to clear out if anybody was towards this elbow. As you hear the camera activated and deactivated, they start to get suspicious. They have seen, Cypher utility, knowing an elbow. It's not that much to work off of. You're not going to play the rotations on the back of it. And so Fnatic will find a much easier way into the A site.
Cage trigger.
Oh, what?
That was like someone who accidentally knocked their mouse. Ridiculous. Leo has, however, managed to find Jake. We'll have to try and move on from what we've just seen. And Oxy, well, He moved his way into the site. A lot of damage done, but Derke just doesn't die. Leaving it into a 3 versus 2. All 3 players have fallen back in towards the cave, and Derke's not stopping. That W key has been held, making his play to potentially join Paper XP. Click shift, so he's already been removed from the roster. Leo trying to use the shock darts, but they're just not ready. And again, Derke. It's insane. Our scoreboard right now. 2 players, 20 and 21. The next highest kills in the server is 9, and now they're even. Oxy will take the fight, but there is a trade out. Seemingly tried to do it all on his own.
Yeah, surprising lack of support there, right? Like, he goes down, no further trades. It's an aggressive round, but...
Especially when you have a low buy,
yes,
I feel like you just send whatever you have to support.
At least 1 or 2, you know, you gotta have players there, bodies, but they tried something, it didn't work. Now they've got to recover it elsewhere. Alpha down to 25, that's a good opportunity. If ever I've seen one.
Do they know?
He's gonna be a human recon dart, he's dead. Surely Curry's gonna kill him. No,
they don't know he's there.
They've went back. Still, that could work in Curry's favor later on into this. As he could get the jump on them, being a little closer than expected. He's dropped Leo 25 on Alpha, and the right click is enough. Now he's gonna Vandal, and the flash is perfect. Gorgeous flash from Xeppaa, leaving Chronicle to do it all. And the spike is down on the site. This was a low buy round from C9 where they sent Oxy on runabouts. Oxy died. I thought the round should be done and dusted there. But the positioning out of Curry has given them a new lease of life. Chronicle looking to drain every ounce of it out of them. 82 and 3 players swinging. No chance. 3 kills away. I suppose I saw Leo's got 12, but only a couple kills away from double the next player on the server. It's unreal.
But only one of them gets to take the map. For the longevity of the series, I might be a little bit America's bias because I want this one to keep going.
Yeah, listen, at this point, I don't blame you. And if Fnatic take Breeze, move on to Ascent. It's C9's map pick, but we saw it earlier on.
Yeah.
And in fact, you know,
reverse sweeps are rare, you know?
Well,
we've seen a couple, but
if anyone was to do it, I think both of these rosters would be right up the top of your list for the potential. C9 with the lead, they don't want to let this slip. If they win this round, Fnatic will have very little economy to invest into the next. Ultimates might bridge the gap, especially with a Blade Storm online for Derke, but it will make them uncomfortable. And that's all that C9 can ask for, with double digits to be contended for. The attack side of Fnatic certainly focusing in on the B site, and it looks like the rotations from Jake are well timed.
Almost caught, but Curry survives. The back of the site, he's caused them problems. Chronicle being revived. Now bear in mind the time getting a little bit low. The spam thrown to Curry, he's still just about surviving. Lurking around the edge of this high tide. He's got to try and go all the way through, and he manages to find the kill. Now bear in mind, they're down to just 12 seconds. The peek out from Jake will find one, but they are still sticking that plant. It will go through.
Just about. It's worked out for now. Fnatic in a 3v3. It's that op, though. That's what I'm worried about. You peek out, you try to see where these players are, you try to punish on the back of that. It wasn't even the op. It might close the round, but Xeppaa so quickly adjusted. He was the player they spotted.
Everybody on Fnatic to run into awkward spots. Like all their post plants go out the window the second that spike is dropped. So there was 2 players stuck on default when they go to retake. So he somewhat wins them the round just because of that. Oxy.
It's huge.
He was fantastic in map 1. He's kept it going map 2. We're hoping that this series will go the distance, and who knows how many kills he'll have by the end of it. But if they, let's put it this way, if they are going to win, he might need 100+.
They've invested so much here. A Blade Storm, Alpha, and Leo both grabbing rifles, and to lose Boaster, your smoke's on the way through. They need to win these fights, rely on Derke. Rely on Alfajer, apparently just swinging into Curry. Vanity's down after 1. It's a round for Alfajer to put into the books. A plant coming through from the man himself, Leo. With the Hunter's Fury online, the post plant could be strong. Still to contend with is the Blade Storm from Derke. On the way back through, C9 could be in trouble, but that op from Oxy, I expected it to be a big factor in the previous round. It wasn't quite. He's going to use the Blade Storm to close the distance. A blade-on-blade battle. And it's going to be Oxy to win it. A beautiful kill, leaving just one man alive. Leo miles away. He has the Hunter's Fury. He will pop it. He will use it and almost grab the kill. Oxy's low. He's delayed them at least a moment. That was almost a double. Still 2 players standing though, and he has to break the cove. It's just a few bullets needed. Half already. Leo somehow in a position where this is not only winnable, but it's won.
Turned out he only needed that for the first. C9. Wow, they're going to be kicking themselves. 10-9. New lease of life, but they have been shut down immediately. Cloud9 are not looking to give this one up. Leo still standing, striking the fear of God into his opponents. As once again, he looks to turn this round back from a seemingly impossible position. A 4v2, turn 3. Tapping that plant, he almost goes down because of it. The spam has done damage, and now Chronicle's all that's left. 3 players facing off against him. And the heroics of Leo in the last round couldn't.
And now here we are with 25 for Oxy, convincingly leading the charge for the side of C9. Curry has that pit, you saw him. He wanted to use it, but he didn't hear anybody. No point of contact, no one there. Instead, it's the A site, and he uses the pit now. Okay, it's a little late into the round when all the noise is being used on, or being made on A. For C9, they're still winning the fights. They might not need that Viper's pit. They don't need a whole lot. Jake, oh, he's baking around the back of the site, trying to catch them. Flash has unfortunately caught him.
Here.
He slowed down a little bit, but he has the support. They've got the angle to work with, and there's the Viper's pit doubling down.
Leo is 1 away as well from getting that Hunter's Fury again. Just
Already
used it moments ago to win the clutch. Chronicle tagged up within the site, but the time is what they're playing with. Leo, 3rd kill, that's Hunter's Fury. Now this becomes a real issue. This round is slipping away, but it's left to him again. Another clutch needed from Leo, and he's gonna go for the spam through, trying to find the player on the spike. Jake is just sticking it all the way. The bullets are landing. He's gonna take it from under Leo's nose. He's not gonna strike twice.
They're clearly lined up on the player, but it's not enough. The pyramid in the way. Gives him the advantage, and now C9 12-9. 3 chances to close this map out. The map pick of Fnatic, returning the favor, as Fnatic did the very same to them on their choice. This one being a little bit closer. But Oxy is looking to end it here and now. Already Alfajer dropped. Hunter's Fury being burned up. A desperate attempt to entry into the site to find some space, but there is next to none being granted. One by one they've fallen. And although C9 have some low players, the advantage remains well and truly within their grasp. The Seekers even locking in these final Fnatic players. They know exactly where they are.
It does give the information that that flank could be coming, though.
Blinded.
A Vanity won't mind. Leo trying to sneak his way through. He's got a lot further than I actually expected him to. It seems like they're aware, but he's already found one. Oxy quick to trade, and up close Jake will put down one more. Boaster, well, he said he's not the man to win a 1v5. How about 4? No. Oxy's the man to close it. This young star having one of the best performances we've seen on this stage. And with 13-9, it's no clean sweep, Mitch. We were worried after map number 1 that maybe Fnatic would just close it out in 3.